Hey everyone, welcome in or welcome back to the YouTube channel EspeonGinny Panther and EspeonGinny. Hello there. As you know, I am EspeonGinny by the name of my Minecraft name, as well as the channel, of course, because there's only one person named EspeonGinny, and of course, that is me. So, in today's video is going to be another different video. And you're probably wondering, Jenny, is it going to be another startup series? Is it going to be another episode of a game, story time, telling, normal video, a YouTube short, a live stream, blah 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 blah? Unfortunately, no. It's neither of those things. It's going to be another update video. And yes, I am very well aware I have done so many update videos in the past. And well, they're just very important to me because it's also very important to you guys to know what's been going on, and that way you guys will understand of what's going on lately because of my life, my mental health, and so forth. So, I recommend you just sit back, relax, maybe eat some snacks, and drink some, water, soda, or whatever drink you prefer. And just listen out, because this is not a long video, but this is going to be a very important update that I want to share with you guys. And no, don't worry, it's nothing too dramatic, drastic, or shocking even, because well, they're just small minor updates. And another thing, I am not quitting YouTube, because if I was willing to quit YouTube, I will have to just not upload for a long time. Longer than a few weeks, possibly maybe 1 or 2 years or more. But if y'all wondered if it is quitting YouTube, you are wrong. If I was quitting YouTube, it'd be a longer period of time. So just know that if there is ever a chance of me quitting YouTube, then I will not be uploading for a few years. Or who knows, maybe in the future I'll make a video saying goodbye to YouTube, because I'm going to, not upload anymore because of, what's going on in my life. But like I said, that's the future. But we don't know what the future will be, because, well, we can't shortcut it and then go to a fortune teller, or just, jinx ourselves that's gonna happen, So, let's just focus on the present, forget the past, and focus on the future. So, yeah. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started with this update video. And as I said, this is my 10th one, so be prepared for these updates. So as I speak about these updates, I'm going to be playing some Death Run, because I do need to max that game. I'm only level 38 and the max level is 75, so I need to get a move on so that I can max this game, and then hopefully maybe one day that'll be another video to do, is maxing this game. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started with this update. So the first update that I'll be telling you guys about is new series upcoming. And so, yes, you're probably wondering what that means. So basically, I have been thinking a lot of YouTube ideas, of course, and most of them are series, and others are normal storytime tellings. So, in honor of which of the new upcoming year, because, we are so close to hitting, to the next year of 2026, there will be new series upcoming. Whether it is more gameplays that I want to play on YouTube, or more other storytime tellings that I never shared it with you guys. Of course, most of these story time tellings are from my childhood or a teenager. Of course, there's going to be other series like interviewing YouTubers or like my besties, because I don't know. I have been wanting to do that for so long, and I hope that one day it'll be time for me to do that, because literally, like, that would be a cool series to do. And as you may have not know, my goal is to hit at least 10 YouTubers to interview. And if I hit that goal, then the number will be increased until I feel fulfilled. Or, per se, my heart will be fulfilled, if that makes sense. But, of course, YouTubers I want to interview, like the top, like 5, I will say, to interview if I had to choose. And that would be LD Shadow Lady, of course, with her husband Small Beans. They come in one, so I can't say, like, both separately. So if possible, I want to interview both at the same time, and that would be cool. Cub Scouts, Dan TDM, Popper MMObs, and who else? Oh, I know another one. Gloom. But of course, most YouTubers out there, of course, is busy with their own content to do and their life, so I can't really expect much to them come up to me, like, online or just, a comment and say, like, hey, I'd like to be interviewed, and I'll be down to do that. So, hopefully one day that will happen. And if you're wondering, like, what the interviews consist of, interviewing consists of the questions I ask to get to know them, as well as you guys can get to know them a bit better, but also, like, just express, like, the feeling they felt of certain points of their life. And also, like, other questions to, like, for example, like, how did you start off this channel, and what or who inspired you to do this kind of content? So, like, for example, I'll say the content that I've been doing, which of course is gaming, and so who inspired me to do a gaming channel is one of my closest friends named Puyo&SonicFAN. So I'm inspired to do my own gaming, and I tend to continue that way as long as, he makes more content in the near future. Of course, in the present as well. So, yeah, that's an example I could say. And, yeah, who knows? There might be other games that I'll try out if you suggest it in the comments, and I'll see if I like it or not. There'll be, like, games, but, like, in certain seasons of the year. So, for example, I got a game called Seiko no Sotoka, which is a horror game, and so basically I'm only doing that game on October because, of course, Halloween spooky season. So each game that I play will represent a season to do, or whenever I feel like it, basically, because lately I've been doing a lot of Genshin Impact, and that could be any time of the year. And of course, I've been wanting to be consistent of that. So, yeah, be aware of that. So, certain games are going to happen, and it's going to be a fun time. And more singing, more story time, and all of that good stuff. There's a lot of, like, series I would like to, like, explain what I'm going to be doing for, upcoming year and, later on in life, but I'm not gonna go into detail because, it's still pretty early for this. So, yeah, that's the update of new series upcoming. And leave a comment in the, comment section, or leave a message in the comments if that's how you say it, because as you know, I'm not good at grammar and all that. So yeah. Yeah, message in the comments what games you want me to try out and see if I like it or not, or just in general a game to start off a series to be like beginning to end. And yeah, I might play it because I'm more interested to play any game, but most games out there I'm probably not going to record it because, well, I like to play my own games, like, you know, by myself, and I just want to, like, you know, have free time to do that instead of on YouTube. So, yeah. Anyways, that's that, and let's go to the next update. So, my next update that I'm going to be talking to you guys about is my work update. And if you guys did not know, I have a job, of course, and it does pay me very well, and I've been doing this job for a year and about to be 4 months ish. And I'll say this, that my work has been tiring. It always has been tiring. It's difficult at times, and it's just a lot of dramatic moments. I'll be honest there. So, if you guys didn't know, I work at my grocery store, which I'm not going to say the name of it because it is very common in a lot of states. But, yeah, I work at a grocery store, and I am a Amazon fulfillment employee. And if you guys are new to what that is, then I'll say that I do online orders for people. So, for example, if you order like 6 cases of water, then basically I just get those cases of water. I put QR codes on them, scan it, and then put it in the back of the store, and then make sure to put it on the shelf, and then the Amazon driver picks it up and then, you know, drops it off to your door. So basically, I'm just picking up the items, scanning them, and so forth. And so, I have been liking the job so far. But lately, I have not been liking it because there's some changes that happen so fast or just frequently because of, you know, just in general, like, I'll say most of my coworkers would get fired or they quit because of certain reasons, but I'm not gonna say what those reasons are because it's not my place to say on here, and plus I like to keep things private between work and, of course, YouTube. So, of course, most of the employees that I'm good friends with know that I do YouTube videos, so if you're watching this, then hello and welcome in. So, yeah, you are mentioned, of course, in this video. So, all thanks to my buddies out there. So, yeah, they know who I'm talking about that got fired or they quit. So, but, anyways, yeah, work has been good. Other than it's been stressful because, you know, of all so many orders I've been doing for, you know, only for a few hours, because if you guys don't know this, I work that job 12:30 to 5:30 in the afternoon to late afternoonish, and it's not really a, you know, big amount of hours because I prefer part-time, and that way, you know, once I finish work, I can just relax the whole day after that and then eat good food and do YouTube, of course. And like I said, I am part-time, so if I was full-time, my schedule would be very different and you would not be able to see any videos that much. So, yeah. So, other than that, though, I've been working, and lately things are changing a little bit because not only of the people that I work with or I witness, they would like get fired, quit, or the fact that my positions at my work kept getting switched constantly. And so as of right now that I know, my job is not just Amazon fulfillment, it's also doing grocery. And if you guys don't know what grocery is, it basically is to either restock shelves in case like certain items are not, restocked. For example, like cans of beans, you need to restock that if it's empty. And then there's like other stuff that need to be restocked, and you just basically restock a lot of stuff, whether it's cold, dry, or just, the usual food. And for me, I work 5 to 9 p.m. at that shift. And instead of restocking shelves, because I don't think they do that late, but I basically make sure all the items are leveled and like customer level, and make sure it's also restocked as well. So an example I could say is, let's say you want a bottle of soy sauce, and it's like, a different brand compared to the store. And when you go there, of course, it looks empty. But when you, of course, put your arm in and feel around, there's still stuff left over. So basically, I'm just probably... Sorry, I'm not really good at explaining stuff as well as my words. But basically, I just am pushing all the inventory from those shelves up front. And also make sure it looks full. Because if it looks empty, that means they're going to have probably complaints. Or, they're just not stocked in general. So, I do that. And, yeah. As well as I have been helping out some of the cashiers, which I have like only been helping them out by just getting bags set up and then putting like the customers like items into the bags if they want any, as well as their own bags, and then I just put everything in them, the bags, and then I give them those things, and then if I wanted to, I could put them in the cart for them so they don't have to carry it. Because most customers out there that I've, like, helped or in general, like, work with, they have a lot of stuff and they, like, want, like, more than 2 bags. So, yeah. There's that. And, yeah, work, like I said, has been stressful. It's been difficult, but at the same time it's easy, and I appreciate working there, and I am gonna continue working there for a long time until one day I don't want to work, and then I'll just move out and then get a different job when that when the time comes. So yeah. Ugh. But whoever is sub to me that is my coworker or employee from that store, please do not mention the name of the store we work at, because I do not want to, like, reveal that just yet until I feel comfortable. Or in general, just don't share it with anybody that, you talk to on a daily basis at our work, because I just like to have my channel shared on specific people. So, yeah. But anyways, there's that update. So, yeah. The next update that I'm going to be explaining about is I'm going to be planning to finish a few series on YouTube 100% and so forth. So, you're probably wondering what those series are. I can't name all of them, of course, on the top of my head, because, you know, I have not memorized every series I've done. That I start off and then I only did a few episodes, and then of course I just, you know, not touched it ever since. But a few series that I can set an example to is Super Princess Peach. I have completed once, but I have not completed another time because, you know, I've been wanting to do other videos, as well as I thought, you know, at the time when I played it, I thought you can only complete it once, but no, there's multiple times to beat it. So, yeah, I'm planning to finish that, and yeah, I just want to finish that, whether it's the extra stuff or in general, like, you know, the other, like, different kinds of videos of that series. There's also sorry, I'm trying to think of like more than just one example. But there's also Sonic Mania, which of course I can't 100% it yet because of course I'm still new to Sonic and I'm a little rusty. But I can complete it if I put my mind to it. I also want to try finish Virtual Cottage, which is one of the like easiest games to complete that 100% because you have to, like, you know, complete it like within a couple hours or so because there's these achievements to beat this, and it's just basically like, oh, play this for this many hours, and so I'm like, okay, well, I need to complete that. But for that series specifically, I'd rather do it when I'm doing like a live stream or doing Q&As, so yeah. But yeah, there's that. There's also, of course, Brave, and so many other like games or other like YouTube ideas that I've been wanting to complete for, you know, a long time. But I just been, you know, of course, like I said, been focusing Genshin Impact, as well as other like gameplays that, you know, I have not like touched, and I have, you know, tried doing them, but most of the time I just been doing Genshin Impact or any other video that I just want to get out there. So yeah, so for right now, of course, I'm doing more episodes of Genshin Impact because I do need to catch up on it, but here and there you'll see more episodes of other series that I'm going to be doing so that you guys will enjoy the experience. And yeah, anyways, that's the update for that. The next update I'm going to say is my mental health. And my mental health has been up and down lately, as it always has been since I was young, since I was 12. And no, I have not gotten help for it because I have probably mentioned it on YouTube, but I don't know yet, but I'll mention it today. And so I have not gotten help yet because of my parents being a little overly protective, I'll say, because, you know, they just think I don't need any doctors, therapists, and etc. So I'll put it that way. But yeah, like I said, my mental health has been going up and down lately, but it has been pretty good lately because, you know, I have friends that love me, my family somewhat, and of course my fiance. So my ups have been increased than downs, but of course when I have my moments, it goes down pretty fast, and it has been like, you know, what's it called? It's been on like it's been repetitive. That's what I'm trying to say. It's been repetitive to go even down. So I'm trying my best not to get so down. So I even have a, like, not a chart board. Excuse me. Sorry. But I have like a little space on my notebook that I just like keep track if I like have a good day or bad day. And lately, most of the time are good days, but the days that are bad is because of my mental health acting up, or I fake myself to be happy, and you know, it just affects it that way. Which I know a lot of you guys probably don't know this, of course, because I just mentioned it, but I do tend to fake being happy all times. Not on YouTube, probably. Maybe only a few on YouTube. But I do tend to fake being happy when I hang out with my online friends, or just in general, like, that's how I feel. I just don't want to be happy. But of course, someone that will be watching this video will easily tell when I do fake being happy. So, if you're watching this, again, I'm sorry for doing that, and, you know, I'll talk to you, like, you know, of what's been going on in other days. But, other than that, though, so yeah, like I said, mental health is up and down, so it fluctuates. I have to deal with it until one day I will get help, and maybe that'll be another update video of me telling you guys, you know, of what's been going on and what the results are in. But for now, I'll just have to deal with it, so go me. Yeah. Another update I'll say is about my relationship with Panther, which a lot of you guys, of course, have been wondering how he's been, what's he been up to, and of course, will there be videos with him and I. So, of course, if you guys have not participated in that live stream I did, like, not too long ago, I think, but it's still very well back. I did a live stream with Panther from July, I believe. I'll have to, like, look back and see what month that was. But I did a live stream with my fiance, and I was answering questions and, like, reacting to assumptions just a bit. And, of course, I got that question so many times, like, you know, Panther and I collabs or something like that. And he has been just quite busy, and he is, like, wanting to get involved on the channel, but just not, like, frequently, and I don't want to force him to do videos with me if he doesn't want to. Of course, that live stream video was my idea, and I wanted him to participate, so, of course, he said yes, and what do you know? We did a live stream. So, yeah, he will come and go. It just depends on, like, how he is, and of course, if he wants to. So, I will do videos with my fiance, but like I've said in the past, like, videos before, most of the videos you see is just gonna be by myself, and it's never gonna change unless, you know, like, something shocking happens, but probably not too drastic or anything. But yeah, so he will be in some videos, but not all the time. And to answer the question of how he is and what he's been up to, he's doing pretty good lately, but sometimes he's not good at certain days because, of course, he's working at his job. He hates it, I'll say. And, you know, in all honesty, he's just, like, similar to me, up and down lately, and, you know, like, doesn't want to talk about certain things happening in life. So I'll put it out there, but I can't really explain the whole situation of him. So, but anyways, yeah, he and I are still in a relationship, we've been together for 5 years. It'll be 6 years next year. And we have known each other for 6 years. We're engagement for 2 years. And yeah, we're still strong and, you know, we still love each other. So, yeah, thanks for asking about him. Another thing this is, not, I wouldn't say off topic, but it's similar on topic. A lot of people have been asking to do, videos with people, such as, of course, my online friends, because I have only done a few videos lately that involves with Puyo, Lexi, and a few other people that I have, talked to. And you're probably wondering if there'll be more videos like that, or, a gameplay series with that person. But, unfortunately, most of the people that were in those types of videos, I will kindly say that I'm no longer, in contact with them, to say it in a nice way. And I do not want to talk about what happened, because some, people of the friends I was good friends with, let's say they chose their decision, and I never talked to them ever since. But as for the others, it depends. It depends on what the video it is, because of course I want to do a video of Smash Remix or something, with Puyo, but of course it's not gonna be with talking, because, well, I don't really reveal all my friends on YouTube, and, well, they also, of course, never talked on YouTube, or just, in general, exist in my videos, because, for example, I, of course, am good friends with Carsadian, Metal Pro, and etc. from the Minimajis, but I never done a video with them, and I don't think it'll ever happen, because either games they played I don't have, or it's the fact that, I don't think they want to be on my channel as of right now, unless, of course, I make the upcoming series of interviewing people. But yeah, I don't think it is possible, but maybe in the near future, one day. But as of right now, no. So yeah, lately I am trying my best to make many games, gameplays, or just tryouts and other stuff on my own time. And if my friends or Panther wants to be in the video with me, then cool beans, and we'll just have to discuss what game or what video to do. It could be any video that, of course, is appropriate, as well as in general, if I want to do it, because some videos out there, or in general, games that couples or friends play, I'm not really into all that. For example, some of my friends out there play Fortnite, Roblox, or any other game, and I will say this, I'm not interested. I am not a Roblox girl, not a Fortnite player, not a GTA person. Well, I wouldn't say GTA person, but you know what I mean. I'm not a fan of GTA and a few other games that are popular, or just, overblown, or not really overblown, mind-blowing popular games. And so, yeah, I just want to, have an agreement of what videos should we do, or what game to play, because I can't like every game. Everyone has a preference of what games they like. For example, me, of course, is Minecraft, DS games, Fire Emblem, or just any other game that I think is interesting. Such as, of course, the games that you see me play. Even though I've only done one video of this, but I've played Zenless Zone Zero, Genshin Impact, of course, because there's a whole gameplay of it. What else there was? Super Neptunia RPG. And, just a few other retro games. So, yeah. I will, say this in my head and I'll try to remember it. That I'll try to collab more with friends to play games. Or it could be one of those videos I did before. I did a hangout with some of my friends and we play games, we talk, and have a good time, of course. So, like I said, it just depends on the game, the video, and, of course, I don't want anybody cursing in the video. So, yeah. But, yeah, that's the update. And then the final update I'll say on this video is the Genshin Impact series. Now, if you're still new to this, Genshin Impact thing, then I recommend you watching the video of me introducing Genshin Impact, as well as I've done a tutorial of it, of how to play, and, basically of what you do, and what the game tactic has. So, yeah, there's a video about it, so I recommend you watch it. It's a really good one, and it's really helpful for those who are new to Genshin Impact, so, yeah. But, anyways, so, the series of Genshin Impact is going to be changed. And when I say change, I mean that not in a bad way, it's a good way. And you're probably wondering, what does it mean by in a good way? So, as you have known, I have two playlists that are Genshin Impact related. And so, one of them, of course, is my Genshin Impact journey, which is basically I do the story archons and I just, play the whole story. Even though, of course, I skipped a few areas just to go to certain other areas, so there's that. But, my other playlist that I've made not too long ago is all the world quests, events, and etc. that are semi-important for Genshin. Excuse me. So, for example, if you have played Genshin, you would know this. There is, of course, hangout events overview, whether it's story related or just, the mini games that are co-op or just, solo. You would know if you played this, but things are gonna be a little different on that, two sets of series, because I have noticed, of course, and I have, not ignored it, but lately I've been, of course, making episodes of Genshin Impact, but of course, some episodes out there in that playlist is not based on story. And so, you have seen probably the parts of 3 that I've made not a while back, but I have recorded the past few days and then I uploaded it because, I need to get things done and then, I need to upload them sooner or later. But basically, I've been doing the Snow Blazers event, which finally I did finish. For example, that event is somewhat story, but somewhat it's not at the same time. Because most events out there are mini games and they do have story dialogue in them, but at the same time, like I said, it's not really story. It's more of a mini game event to participate and, just to have fun. And so, yeah, I've noticed some episodes in that series of the gameplay journey, they're not story. They're events and they don't need to be in there. So, in order to change that lately, I need to edit the title of the video, of course, and then put them in separate playlist. And so it may take a while, of course, because I made a lot of episodes and I record a lot of stuff, but it'll be all worth it because, you know, once that's, you know, done and over with, then I won't have to worry about making that mistake again. So just so you know, that playlist and the other one will be different and changed up a bit, making minor updates or changes. So yeah, if you see an episode, you know, change into an event part, then you will know that I want to make this change. And I hope you guys understand this choice because it has been bugging me lately, and I really want to make, you know, the best of it. And that's when it comes to talking about the series that I've been talking about, is Genshin Impact Journey, that most people out there, of course, do the story beginning to the end. Of course, I am different. I'm always different in a way. I don't know how different, but let's just say that I have been very different when it comes to, like, you know, when it comes to, doing several series, and I want to, like, do it, like, you know, beginning to the end, basically. So, Genshin Impact specifically, on the other hand, I can't do that, because I already did it of what I did. And so, most people out there who play Genshin Impact would start off strong in this one area called Mondstadt. Then once they finish there, they go to, like, straight to the next area, which is Liyue Harbor, and then it goes to Inazuma to etc. Unfortunately for me, I did not do that. I finished Mondstadt, I finished Liyue, and of course I'm in the start of Inazuma. But then once Natlin and the upcoming, well, not upcoming, but it's still here, the new map for you all named Nocry, I skipped a bunch just to go to those two areas, and the reason was because to get the rewards. And yes, I could have just recorded it and, you know, like, upload it another time, but then I was just a little, you know, not really deciding a lot of stuff ahead of time or thinking straight. So yeah, I am still in Inazuma. I skipped so much that I went to Natlin and then to Nocry just to get the rewards, but also, you know, of course I have to do the story to that. So I'm sorry in advance if this annoyed you, that I'm not doing the whole gameplay start to finish, because I know that I'm mad at myself for doing that, but you can't change it now because, yeah, it's just not possible. So, but I hope you guys understand that, you know, I'm not like every other person. I'm completely different, and that, you know, you will just have to, you know, go with the flow, I guess what people mostly say. And, you know, I'll continue from there. And that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to try my best to finish, like, you know, Inazuma once I finish the Nocry stuff. So once after I finish Nocry stuff, then it goes to Inazuma, to the islands, to Sumeru, or cave to Sumeru, I believe, and then to the other areas. And then hopefully, once those are done, then I'll be able to be caught up, and then I can go, like, you know, start from there and then finish on time. Like, on point instead of behind. And that's one other thing that I like to talk to you about, is a lot of people have been probably wondering where the thumbnails are at, because I have mentioned several in my updates or just in general normal video that I am going to be doing thumbnails. And that's the truth. I have been doing thumbnails, only the before results, because if you guys did not know this, I've been making thumbnails based on Gacha Life to Paint 3D for quite some time, and lately I've been behind on making thumbnails because, I don't know, I just been, you know, lazy doing them, or the fact that I don't have any ideas of like what background to use, which characters to make. And to be honest with y'all, it is very challenging to do that, because, you know, it takes it out of me, because, for example, I have done Natlin, so what background do I use for Natlin in specific areas of that place? So, for example, of course, what's it called? I'm trying to think. What's it called? Night Wind, hold on. I'm gonna look this up real quick, because I am not good at areas, so it's something Night Kingdom. I think that's what it's called. Night Kingdom based. Yeah. I think that's what it's called. So, that one, of course, has Night Kingdom and other places in that specific area. But, of course, what background do I have to use? And what characters do I need to make? So, of course, first episode, I already did make a thumbnail of it. And it's been a while since the last time I updated it, but I don't need to. But the first episode, of course, I did was a simple background of grass, somewhat. And, of course, I made myself as a character. I didn't make Lamine because, well, I don't know. I don't feel like doing that. And so it's just me. So I made myself a character, and, of course, the perfect attire to replicate somewhat to that outfit in the game. And, of course, I made Paimon as a character as well. And then after that, I screenshot it twice, and then take one of them, and then go to Paint 3D to edit it and see if I can like enhance the colors or make them look realistic to like the game as well. So I have been making thumbnails, but of course I can't post them yet because I need to make more, and I'm already behind as it is. So don't, you know, message in the comments that I am a bit behind on them, because I know I'm already is. I only have like, I don't know, 84 or 90 thumbnails to do, but it's fine because I'm trying my best to like catch up on it, as well as I'm trying to, you know, make it work. So if you see most of my videos like have no thumbnails, then you'll just have to wait, and I'll make them when I can. And of course, the backgrounds, excuse me, the backgrounds of EspeonGinny and with an A symbol and Panther is made by Puyo. He used Canva or Canvas, I don't know what it's called, and other ones he has helped me, I think in photo filter or GIMP or something. But I have mentioned in the, you know, in the description that he has made them for me and has helped me with some of them, so he's really supportive of that. But as of thumbnails, however, sometimes I do need help, or I just will do them, but eventually, you know, I'll try my best to get them done as much as I can, because I do want to be caught up doing thumbnails, so that way, once I'm caught up, and then when I upload a new video, I can, make a thumbnail there, and then, it won't have to take me so long to make a new one. So, yeah. But other than that, guys, I think that is all. Other than the fact, of course, when you see me playing, the Hive, I'm not maxing the hard games at all. And yeah, I'm not doing Sky Wars, I'm not doing Bed Wars, or any other game that's difficult. I'm only doing the easiest games, such as, of course, this game, of course, Death Run, Hide and Seek, Ground Wars, and so forth. So, just please understand, and, not all videos will be recorded because of, like, different games and different moments. They're not going to be all recorded because not everything needs to be on camera. So, yeah. And as for upcoming new videos that I filmed, but I haven't, posted yet, there will be videos like all the visits with Colabina, but, I'm not gonna say any spoilers of what happened, of the story that I did, but I will say this, I'm not gonna be able to record any of that eventually, but I will post one video that I did. But I need to wait till I can give out the Luna sigils to one area in Not Cry. So, yeah. That's all I can say because I don't want to spoil it, and you guys need to, experience it yourself. Or if you have experienced it, then you'll know what I'm talking about. But if you're new to the whole Genshin Impact playthrough, I recommend you just, play it for yourself to experience it. Or you can always check out the videos I do on Genshin just to, check you out and see what's going on and what's the, story lore. But I think that's basically it of all the updates. I leveled up only one time, which is fine because I don't really like max or grinding that much. But it's all worth it because, I like to max the, all the easy games. So, anyways, guys, I think that is going to be it for this update video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure you subscribe to the channel, put the bell all the way up so you get notified that I upload videos. I stream occasionally, but sometimes I don't because, I tend to not wanting to. I do YouTube shorts every now and then, depending on what, sounds I want to use, and then, I just want to do it on my own partake. So, for example, how rare is your eye color? A lot of people, of course, out there do blue, hazel, and other, colors that I don't have. And so, of course, I use that, and I want to, do that video, but with my eyes, because, I have dark brown eyes. So, yeah, there's that. And then I do community posts, so keep a lookout for that because I do tend to update there. Or not just update, but tell you guys what's been going on and, new videos are upcoming. So, yeah, there's that. And other than that, share this with all your friends, family, whoever you really want to share with, honestly, because, not everyone will like my content, but if you're interested, then go ahead and subscribe to and put the bell right up so you get notified. And one last thing I'll say is make sure you subscribe to all my besties out there in my, feature channels, which is called My Online Besties. And we have a good amount of people in there, so I recommend you go ahead and subscribe to them. Whichever who you want to subscribe, because, each person has, a unique, like style or just in general like kind of content out there. So for example, Puyo&SonicFAN does a lot of fan games, ROM hacks. Don't worry, they're not like, bad hacks. They're just, cool ones. I think I don't know what it's called, but I know they're not, terrible, because why would it be? Music and other like games that he has played, so check out that, because, well, I don't know, it's just I love his content and he inspires me to do my gaming content. So yeah, he inspires me to do a lot of gaming videos. For example, like another one, Powertron. He does a lot of like funny moments, but also most of the time, of course, it's, when he plays games, he sings and he gets like, random people to react to it. And, you know, other than that, he does a lot of singing videos, and I love his like videos of singing because, he's very talented. So there's that. And if you like montages, live streams, or VR chat videos, or just in general games that you would prefer watching than just, Genshin Impact and all that, because this person does like VR chat, Fortnite, Destiny 2, and a whole bunch of other games that go to the meta one. Who else can I think of? Oh, if you like Roblox or any other, game per se, then go check out King Fiery Ninja Lopez, aka Vendetta. I'm not good at pronouncing it, but yeah. And yeah, there's a lot of other YouTubers out there that I wish I could explain, but of course I don't want to, keep on the video long, but I recommend you go check them out, because in total I think I have 14 people in the Online Besties feature channels. So there will be more as I increased. So I increased those, and of course I increased the videos I'm making. So other than that, yeah, just subscribe to them. Put their bells all the way up so that you know when they upload. And, share it with all your friends, family, and whoever you really want to share it with, because, there's someone out there that really loves the content out there. So, but anyways, that's going to be it for this video, as I said. And I'll see you guys in my next video, which will be possibly another Genshin Impact episode, or whatever video idea I want to do, because there's a lot of ideas I want to do and get them out of the way. And then hopefully once they're out of the way, then I'll focus on that, maybe. Or whenever I get the time, because, there's a lot, there's a lot of stuff that I gotta do. So, yeah. But until then, I will see you guys in my next video, which be later today or tomorrow, depending on how I feel. So, yeah. Anyways, I love you all, and bye!